Hey, in-your-face cars and in-your-face Reverends, that can only mean it's time for the talk show. And little Aaron from Lincoln, this one's for you, kid. Alright, punters, welcome to the penultimate Reverend Bob talk show. But cheer up, because we've got loads of tasty motors on this week's show. And cars don't get much more tasty than the Saxo Lynn's got down at the airstrip. Plus, as a special feature, we're hoping to do a final live link to America for Chuck and Chip's Racing Rundown. It says in here thou shalt have top brake horsepower figures. How do we find that out? On the rolling road. So here we go then for our last ever rolling road shootout of this series. But have we saved the best till last? We just might have done. On my right, a very menacing looking Mitsubishi Evo 6. And on my left, a fairly tame looking Golf 1.8 GTI. But it packs a bit of a punch. Geezer, what's your name?
It's Michael.
Michael, and this packs a bit of a punch because you do these things up for a living, don't
right,
you?
Yeah.
Get your bonnet up, Mike. I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Geezer, what's your name?
Dave.
What do you do for a living, Dave?
I'm an engineer.
Engineer, all technical pipes, that sort of thing.
That's it.
And this Evo 6, you actually share this with your missus, don't you?
Yeah, this is my wife's car.
How sweet is that? I buy mine a bunch of flowers, he gets his, an Evo 6. Pop your bonnet, kid, we'll be back in a second. Right then, Mike, if you just stand over there, mate, get the camera in there without boring me socks off. What have you done to this thing under the bonnet?
It's got stage 1 turbo kits. So running modest boost levels at the moment.
Right.
That's about it, really.
So basically just a big old turbo on there.
Yeah, and a remap, etc. to suit.
Right, now, if you're running it against an Evo 6, it's got to have a fair bunch of power. What are we talking?
About 340.
340 brake horsepower from a 1.8 GTI.
Yep.
If it's there, it's going to be heavenly. Geezer, have you heard that? 340 brake? Again, without giving us your live story, what's been going on under the bonnet here?
This car's an RC Development Stage 3 conversion with the extra stainless manifold on and the Blitz air filter. It's also got big brakes and suspension.
Right, but engine-wise, brake horsepower figure, don't forget if the actual figure's more than 20 brake.
360, 370.
360. If you get 370, you know you're going to be top of the leaderboard. Come here, fellas, a couple of wicked cars to end the series and a very nice Reverend. You know what time it is? It's rolling road time! Well, it is most definitely crunch time here at Well Lane. We've got to get 361 brake horsepower or more for this lad to get on the top of the leaderboard. Plus, if you do win it, it'll make your wife Rachel a lot happier because he's about 5 hours overdue from getting home. Are you still confident, kid?
Sure am.
Are you lot ready? Yeah. Barry, are you ready? Fire it up, mates. Go, Bill, man the computer. 361's what we're looking for. Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry. I've got to say, this is one of the best cars we've had on the series, and that exhaust, you say it's one of 3 in the country?
Sure is.
Absolutely sweet noise, but the big question is, have we done 361 or more brake horsepower? The very lovely Annika, cut this atmosphere, come on, let us know what it is.
It's not what we're looking for, but it's 351, not bad.
351, what's the verdict from you lot? Hey there, chuffed to bits with that 351, you a bit disappointed, kid?
A little bit.
Is the wife going to batter you when you get home?
Nah, well.
No, you could be second on the leaderboard though, or this bloke could top it. Come here, Mike. What are you hoping to get from that Golf?
Oh, 340, I'll be happy.
340, 340 plus. If it's there from a 1.8 Golf GTI, it's going to make the series complete. We'll find out soon enough, because now we're going to the airstrip for a look at Lynn Rodgers.
Wow, a 351 brake horsepower. I can almost hear the exhaust note from here. Well, it's time for the last airstrip feature car of the series. But don't cry, folks, we're going out with a bang. We first saw this car earlier this year at the Red Line Rumble. We loved it. and we had to have it on the show. So let's meet the lady, yes, the lady who drives this little beauty. Hi Pip.
Hello.
Hello. Do you realise that you are only the third lady we've featured on this show?
I do.
But they say quality is better than quantity, and this certainly is quality. A very nice Saxo. So you're a busy mum.
Yep.
How do you find time to do all the modification to it?
Well, whenever we go out and about, we take our little boy Joe with us cruising, so
Oh dear, how old is he?
he's 2.
Oh, so he started at an early age.
He has.
So how did you get into the cruising scene then?
We went to Max Power 2 years ago and got chatting to some of the owners of the Saxos there, and it's just gone from there really.
Okay, and that was your inspiration?
Yeah.
And then you went for it?
Yep.
Big style. Well, for the last time on this series, let's get the lowdown on this VTR. Okay, Pippa, it's absolutely stunning, but where did you start? What was the first modification that you did to the car?
The first things that we actually did to the car were the basics, changing the wheels to 15-inch, meshing the front grills and everything. But after seeing all the cars at Doncaster last year, with having a love of music, we decided to go for an install that would be nice to listen to, but we have, competed with it as well.
What was next? What was the next thing you did after that?
We managed to source a kit that was looking to go into production for the car, but we've got the first one out there. It was a lot of hard work to fit.
So the outside is an actual prototype, isn't it? It's not kind of made to measure at the moment.
No, it isn't made to measure at all, although the bumper with work will go on, but the rest of it was all cut to fit. The rear bumper is the only one in the country at the moment that is even on a Saxo or even looking like that. But then we did also go for the bit of a mad metal flake paint on it as well. The car is black, but it flips across gold, green, and at night it sparkles red and it has a hint of blue to it.
So what about the inside? You've done quite a bit to the interior as well. You've done a lot of that yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, we changed to the racing seats when we had a chance to get them last year, but this year we felt we needed to go for something different to fit with how mad the outside was looking. So we've recently put in the racing seats in the back, and we've also retrimmed all the interior in a green metal flake.
What else is it you want to do to the car? I mean, it looks absolutely stunning, but is there anything else you want to add to it, or anything else you fancy?
At the moment, we're going to enjoy it as it is, how it's been finished. It's been a lot of hard work and a long time in the doing, so for the minute we'll enjoy it.
You'll ever sell it?
I think we will sell it eventually. We've owned it 3 years from new, so it is time for a change, and who knows if the right car comes along.
So come on, Pippa, this car is fantastic. I know it's yours and your hubby's, but who is it that makes all the decisions?
Well, he sources out all the modifications, looks in a lot of magazines, comes up with some of the ideas, but when it comes down to it, it's my say what happens.
You have the final say.
I do.
And that's the way it should be. Cheers, Pippa. And that's the last word from me too. 12 weeks of top tuning tips and awesome airstrip motors comes to an end. As ever, email me on the address below for info on the cars we've seen in the series so far. I'll hopefully see you soon, but now let's get back to the rollers to look at 2 tasty cars.
Lynn Rodgers, top girl and top airstrip feature. Well, here we are then once again at the Rolling Road Centre for our last ever Rolling Road Shootout. In part 1 we saw Dave get 351 with his Evo. If we top that with his Golf, it's going to be amazing. But if we get the 340 that Mike's hoping for, that's going to be amazing. Don't forget 1.8 front-wheel drive Golf GTI. Do you lot reckon we're going to have it? Yeah! They're as confident as ever. Barry, are you ready for the last ever time? Fire it up. Just step back a bit there, Mike. Here we go. 340 is what we're looking for. Give it some stick, Barry, last time. Well, what a car to end on for the very last run of the series. This was absolutely screaming its head off. 351 is what we need to beat Dave's. This man's going to be happy if it's 340 or more. Annika, I'm going to miss you, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not really, just give us the figure.
Love you too. We've bet the 340 mark, but we didn't beat the 351. We've got 343 brake horsepower.
343 from a 1.8 goal. Come on. Unbelievable. I still don't know how you do that, Mike, but you haven't beaten this man, Dave. 351 from that wicked Evo 6. You chuffed?
Yeah, not
Maybe
bad.
the wife might not give you such grief now. Let's see where you stand, the pair of you, on the leaderboard. And what a fabulous leaderboard it is with the top 3 places. Mike's GTI, Dave's Mitsubishi, but top of the tree, Richard White, 360 brake from the Lancer Evo 6. Hey, well, I tell you what, punters, what a fabulous way to end the Rolling Road Shootout Challenge with 2 fantastic cars. Mike, mate, technically you are the loser today because you didn't beat this man, but anyone that's got a Golf with 343 brake is a winner. So those things, I'm not going to give them to you. Well done, mate. Dave, with this Evo 351, he says he's going to come back next time for another series, if we get one, with 400 brake, is that right?
That's right.
I look forward to seeing that, but in the meantime, you get your Race X gear lever gator, you stick that on somewhere, and of course, the trophy of cheese. Smell that, Mike, you were so close, mate. There you go, Dave. How's it feel to hold that?
Exhilarating.
Fantastic. Well, we will be back next week at Well Lane Turbo Centre, but not for Rolling Road action, just to give a few awards out for the most powerful cars of the series. It's going to be fabulous. But for now, it's time once again for the babe from Brookside, the lovely Anne-Marie Davis.
Hello congregation, I am back in the sun-swept city of Manchester to film my final challenge of the series. So let's hope it's going to be an easy one.
Oh, Jackie, I can't. Jackie, well, Mike, Jackie. Oh, blimey. Hello?
Hi Rev, it's Anne-Marie.
Hello, Anne-Marie, love. Yeah, you know, I'm in the office, another nightmare day. You want your challenge, don't you? Right, well, following the success of the good book reading earlier in the series, we're going to do it again. Hold out your hand, sweetheart. Right then, you've got the usual 5 minutes to get 5 punters to read Psalm 7, 8 or 9 from the good book. Nice easy one to end the series for you. Give it your best shot, sweetheart.
Say it loud.
Always remember, punters, with a tasty car you will go far. Reverend Bob is the priest unleashed.
Thank you very much.
The Reverend Bob Talk Show. Nice cars, nice pace, nice girls, lovely priest. Keep it sorted, viewers.
Cheers. Can you say one of these passages for me?
Yeah, but I'm late for work. Go on. The Reverend Bob Show. Anne-Marie, Lynn Rodgers, Big Phil. What more do you need on your telly? Keep it real, punters.
Thank you. Yeah! Only 2 more to go. Excuse me, can you help me out? I just need... Okay, thank you. Thanks. Excuse me. Loud and proud.
Always remember, punters, with a tasty car you will go far. Reverend Bob is the priest unleashed.
Thank you. 1 more to go. Rev, this was just too easy. Excuse me, can you help me out on my challenge? I just need you to spread the word about the Reverend Bob Talk Show. No? Okay. Excuse me, sir. Would you help me out? I just need you to say one of those passages about the Reverend Bob, please. No? I'm here to, like, preach the word loud and proud.
Reverend Bob Talk Show. Nice cars, nice bass, nice girls, lovely priest. Keep it sorted, viewers.
Thank you very much indeed. I've done it. I've done the challenge. Rev, that was just way too easy. Way too easy again.
All right there, viewers, hope you're enjoying the show so far. Superb as ever. Just before we go to the break and you look at stuff you might want to buy, it's Match the Axe time, although this week we've got a mint Sapphire Cosworth. Surely you know the score by now. 3 punters, one of them's the owner of the car. You've got to guess who it is. Let's meet punter number 1. Pay attention, viewers, this one could be a bit trickier. Where you go, geezer?
Hi mate, my name's Tulip, this is my Sapphire Cosworth. I like Cozzies because they beat Jap cars.
Oh, a bit of needle for the Jap motors. Could be Tooley's Cozzy. And punter number 2.
Hi, my name's Rob. I like my Cozzy because it's well quick.
Hey, and not a slow motor. Could be Rob's Cozzy. And last but not least, punter number 3.
Hi, my name's Chris, and I like my Cosworth because when the boost comes in, the girls love it.
Oh, very sexy. Could be Chrissy's motor. So who on earth is the owner of this beautiful Sapphire Cosworth? I don't know, it could be all three of them. Well, it can't, because it's only one of them, and we'll have the answer in part 2, as well as plenty of this. We've had the nod from the producer that in part 2 we can definitely get that live link to Chuck and Chip, our American heroes. See you soon. Hello punters, I hope you're all refreshed and ready for part 2. Now in part 1 we saw a wicked Sapphire Cosworth and 3 likely geezers. One of them was the owner, did you guess correctly? The answer was of course, big Mr. Chris. How are you, Chief?
Not so bad, mate. How are you?
Wicked. How long have you had this wicked car?
Just over a month.
Just over a month? It's still your little baby, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, still my baby.
How many brake we pulling?
360.
360 horsepower? Unbelievable. Fire it up, mate. Oh, listen to that. Away you go, sunshine. Go and enjoy. 360 horsepower in a Cosy. What more do you need? What about some of this?
The Reverend Bob Talk Show. You know. The Reverend Bob Talk Show. You know. All right.
Mitsubishi Evos, you can't beat them. Well, the director's telling me it's time for our silver-clad heroes, Chuck and Chip Kowalski, for a live link. Let's see if they're there. Hello, lads. Hello, Bob. Are we going live?
You do this every week, man. Just get the connection with the link.
We got him. We're there. We're going. We're live.
Hey, Bob. And welcome all race fans with your good buddies Chuck and Chip Kowalski in association with Trans International Television Sports.
That's right, race fans. Now, this week's report comes live from the beautiful Furry Bush International Raceway here in lovely Louisiana. But why are we here?
We're here to check out the cars and the stars of the Furry Bush Open Track Day.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah! Well, race fans, it sure is hot, hot, hot here at the Furry Bush Raceway in Indiana. In fact, most of the cars are on the track, and wow, look how fast they come down the straightaway.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, it's a good job we got some four-wheel drives here today, because there is some crazy bends.
They're tight ones. Ha ha!
Man, look at the way that Subaru sticks around those bends, Chuck. Woo!
That is amazing. It's just the four-wheel drive. They need it on these corners. They're carrying a bit more weight, which means, you know, some of the lighter two-wheel drive cars, they're going to kick them on the corners. But that four-wheel drive, they really power out. That's
all
the
right.
best. Okay, yeah, coming down onto the corner now, it's the beautiful import car, the British Lotus Exige. What a work of art that is.
Absolutely, Chuck, because it's only 190 horsepower. It's so light, it's gonna fly around those bends.
Sorry to interrupt there, Chip. Look at the way it takes this corner. It's so balanced, that car. I mean, oh, and he powers out. You're right, it's light. Now, the big cars, the Evos, the Subarus, they're gonna beat him on the bigger straights. But on this circuit, that's the car to have.
Really?
What a machine.
Man.
Hey, Chip, man. Woo! Is it not hot on the track today or what?
Oh, sure is, man. Hey, but don't you think it's time we checked out the pathway to heaven?
What, find a car to take us around the track? Let's do it. Woo! Woo! Oh man, the weather here today is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And we got a beautiful car, a Mitsubishi Evo 7. Nice car, man.
How often do you take it out, man?
About 9 or 10 times a year.
Cool.
9 or 10 times. Whereabouts in the States have you traveled from today?
Caterham.
Caterham where?
It's near Croydon.
Ah, Florida.
Florida.
Know the area. Now this car looks kind of mean. What power are we running, man?
She's putting out about 400.
400 horsepower!
Woo!
No way!
Man!
Are you going to take us around the track?
Yeah, it'd be a pleasure.
No way!
No way!
Woo!
Yeah!
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, wow. This is 380 pure brake horsepower. Phil's got his gloves on. He means business.
No hands. Woo!
Yeah! Woo! Coming up now to radar. I'm gonna hold on for this one. Flipping the curves there, Phil. Waste no space. Here we go.
Taking it, man.
We blow the Subaru away. What an awesome run! This car is superb. Coming in to do a full lap. Woo! There is no doubt about it, Phil. You are the man. Woo!
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 Wow, man! Awesome!
You know what I like best about the Furry Bush International
What's that,
Raceway?
Chuck?
It's the way it's
Chuck, we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose the transmission. I think we have to go back to Bob.
That's
so
it,
I'm afraid
viewers.
that's it from Trans International Television Sports for
That's
this
right.
week.
And as the Kowalski brothers, but we will be back real soon with more racing action, so stay on the pace.
Keep in the race.
Woo! Yeah! I tell you what, mate, that is a whopper, eh? I thought mine were big, but that's massive. I bet all the ladies love that, don't they? I bet you can pick everything up with that. Oh, anyway, thanks for showing us, mate. Back to work. Better than my little thing, innit? Never mind. Anyway, viewers, I hope you enjoyed this week's show. We've only got one more to go next week, but they just keep getting better and better, don't they? And next week's is probably going to be the best of the lot. Why? Well, I'll let the good book explain it to you. You'll like this one, brief and to the point. We've seen some cars throughout the show. Some were fast, a few were slow, some were shiny and some were loud. But most of them made their owners proud. But what have we got left for the Rev's finest hour? The heavenly show they call Max Power. That's right, folks, next week we're going out of a bang with a couple of reports from that wicked show from the NEC. Have a look at this. Last year's event was awesome. This year's is going to be even better. All the cars, all the girls and all on Reverend Bob's talk show. Check it next week. It's going to be a fine way to end. But until then, punters, just remember as ever that the big man upstairs, he loves every one of you. Later.
The Reverend Bob Talk Show. It's like all your Christmases come at once.